Food is very, very dear to India. Food is everything for us. The length and breadth of the country, food is so critical for us, so dear to our heart. And so that's exactly why Word on a Plate is, we've got together this concept, and we have big superstars like Marco coming for a festival like this, because we want them to take something back home and promote Indian cuisine. Pick up maybe even one ingredient. That's the only take home we want. Apart from that, you never know. I mean, you have, of course, we've got some really, really big chefs. We've got Vikas Khanna, we've got Gagan, we've got a lot of other chefs. Alfred Prasad is one of the Michelin stars. We've got Azma Khan, who's featured on the chef's table. A lady who just started cooking in the backyards of Calcutta, now running a really great restaurant in London. So these are the inspirations we want to we want to promote. And World on a Plate, season 4 Mumbai was spectacular. And we had one of the, among the 15 restaurants, there's one lady who blew Marco's mind. And she won the Restaurant of the Year. Harish, do you have a video? I want to just play that video once, if you have it. If you're queued up to it. Do you have it, buddy? Yeah, so what happened, Marco? How was Amninder? What do you think of Amninder? And what did you see among the chefs who came up to, put a great plate on the table?
So in January, I came to World on a Plate in Mumbai. And the truth was, I had no expectations. Because I believe if you have expectations, then you tend to become disappointed. So therefore, metaphorically speaking, I blindfolded myself. And the plane brought me to Mumbai. And I have to say that I was mesmerized, truly mesmerized, by many things. And then it came to this moment where I was asked to taste 25 of the greatest restaurants in Mumbai and plate of their food. And it was amazing to be given such insight. And they were all amazing, all great cooks. But you have to make that tough decision where you have to be brutally honest. And what was good is that there was no emotions involved, because I didn't know anybody. If it was in London, I'd have known the majority of the chefs. So therefore, you're judging a plate, not a person. There's no emotional attachment. And I had to choose 5. So therefore, that is tough. Because the truth is, I would have liked to have included all 25, not just 5 dishes in the final. And so then I get to the best 5. And then I have to choose the top 3. Now that was hard, and that took time. Because when somebody has worked hard, and they show their best on a plate, you have to make the right decision. You cannot make the wrong decision. And I went away and I thought about it. I was brutally honest with myself. Because they all were delicious. But then you have to think about ratio of sauce to protein, garnish to protein, textures, flavors, natural marriages. And then the big moment comes where you announce the runners-up and the winner. And that, the winner was just shed so many emotions, it became highly emotional. I don't believe they ever thought they would have won. But the reality, the dish that they created was extraordinary. The concept was amazing, it was so clever. It was a young lady, really young. And the truth is...
Can we play the video?
I cooked Yomali, which is a bamboo smoked pot cooked with allspice and young bamboo shoots with aspen boa fowl wrapped in turmeric leaf. Cooking is my true calling, and that is my inspiration to wake up from bed every morning and get to work. I'm going to take away being humble, pushing the boundaries, and doing even better work.
Awesome. So we're going to start off with the first chef. Take it away.
All right, the first restaurant up is Alchemy with Chef Suresh DC. Alchemy is, of course, a medley of the 5 universal elements of nature that create ambrosia. And today, Chef Suresh DC and his team are presenting their signature dish, fish and curry, toasted coconut and shrimp, crusted fillet of sea bass.
I have some spoons.
Come, chef, come. I have asked. Come. So, where's your friend? Come. You take a picture of this. Please tell myself and the audience what you cooked us.
So what we cooked today is a shrimp and coconut crusted sea bass over turmeric string hoppers. So we have coconut and kaffir lime and lemongrass reduction. So, and this is our, for the texture, I've done a fish bone papad. So we use a lot of anchovies and the bone goes for us, so we thought of doing something. So that's what we've done.
Very clever. Now tell me, do you want to finish your dish? This is my favourite bit. It's the eating. Like that. And you leave these in the basket, or do you put them with it? Do you leave them there, a little side accompaniment, or do you put some of them with that?
We just eat this as an accompaniment.
These are truly delicious. I just had one. It's the fillet of an anchovy. Sorry, the little anchovy bones. So they remove the fillets and they fried them. They're deliciously crispy. Very well. Come on, Andrew. Sea bass.
Yes, sir. It's a local sea bass. Yeah.
So perfectly cooked. That is really perfectly cooked. Tell us about these little noodles, Chef.
Sorry?
Tell us about these little.
Okay. These are called string hoppers. So it's called, in my local language, it's called idiyappam. So it's basically a rice flour, which is cooked like a choux pastry and just steamed it.
They're very good. Are you happy with your dish? You're happy with your dish?
Very much. This is an inspiration of what we grew up eating.
Tell me more about your inspiration.
So, as a normal person, being a South Indian, so what we have at home is a lot of coconut, curry leaf, and fish. So that is what the inspiration behind the dish. So wanted to keep it simple, neat.
I like simplicity a lot. It's truly delicious. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you so much, Chef Suresh DC
Can
and
I say
team from
one thing?
Alchemy. 1 down, 11 to go. Next up, for Chef.
Can I just say one thing? Interrupt, butt in, whatever
Yes.
you call it. You don't know what you're missing. It's truly delicious. Seriously. I think I've got the best seat in the house, Andrew.
I hope you guys
You might
went and
think
ate.
you're on the front row, but trust me, this is the front row.
I really wish you guys went and ate at the pop-ups. Going back home, don't miss the difference. Go ahead, madam.
All right. Next up, Ministry of Food. Can we please get the team of Ministry of Food to get on stage? Chef Vinay Kapoor will be taking over from Chef Anand Kumar today, who could not make it with us.
Hello, chefs.
Ministry
How
of
are you?
Food.
Left from the heart. Now
We
this is
judge.
delicious.
We judge by Marco Pierre White is like the Olympics. So
Now tell me about
we
your
have the Olympics here. Chef.
Evening, chefs. I'm from Mumbai.
They are presenting their signature dish, ghee roast boti, mutton cubes roasted on a slow heat with ghee and home ground spices, topped with cheese.
Yeah, I'm from Himachal and we are present here ghee roast boti. It's a Bangalorean dish. Yeah, this is a Bangalorean dish and it's a mutton. And we are finished with cream and processed cheese and flavored with curry leaves.
What can I say? The meat is beautifully braised. The balance of spices is delicious. I love this little creamy bit on top. It's fantastic. I think you're very clever, you and your team. I think you're clever and very simple. And what's very obvious to me is that you cook food you like to eat. It's a very generous portion, which always pleases me. Because by being generous, you've got retention of meat. When it's truly delicious, you've got more to eat. Really good. I'm going to have one more bit. Well, one thing, tonight I fly to Singapore, and the one thing I can promise you all is that I will not be eating dinner tonight. Do you want some more, Andrew? You always know when it's good when you find people going back for more. That's true, isn't it? Would you like to have a little taste of this?
Yes, Marco?
I think it's so good, I think you should share it with some of the audience, actually, Chef. Well, whatever we need.
Take it to the audience.
And what's very interesting, this is from the heart. What's interesting, you stayed traditional, which is very good, and then a little bit of modern day presentation. Really good. Thank you.
That was Ministry of Food, their signature dish, ghee roast boti.
Marco's generous. You guys getting to eat as well. Lucky you.
All right, time for the third restaurant to make their presentation. May I please welcome Go Native and Chef Kanakadri Narsimahalu. Please make way for the stage with your signature dish. And please let us all know a little bit about the dish you're presenting.
This looks like...
Which plate is it?
I don't know what it is, but I can say it looks like the Maharashtra feast. It's amazing. It's smoking. There's lots of textures and flavours. Wow. It's like a 3-course meal on a plate, Chef.
So can you explain about Go Native and then talk about what you have in offer?
Yeah, this is Chef Kankari from Go Native. Our main concern is to serve organic and healthy food to our customers. Now I have prepared smoked kotte biryani, which is made with Rajmuri rice. Rajmuri rice is a famous rice which used by Mysore Vadiyas, Mysore kings.
Kings of Mysore.
Rajmuri rice is very good for health benefits. It's having cancer curing.
Which one?
Yeah, Rajmuri rice.
Okay.
And reducing cholesterol. And I've accompanied it with patradi skewers with mango sauce. Patradi skewers are made with colocasia leaves. And the biryani is accompanied with the fig raita, which is a seasonal with this. And the salad is banana blossom salad with ice apple.
So Go Native is a healthy place, isn't it?
Sure.
Isn't it?
Of course.
Okay. So it's completely organic?
It's 100% organic restaurant.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I'd like you to show me how you present it. So once it comes on the platter, how do you put it on the plate? plate. Please plate. Is that your wallet? I love the banana leaf. Don't worry about things, there's no sweat. I've only got 4 cameras on you.
So the rice is cancer cure, is it?
Yes, sir. This biryani you should have this raita.
Great, there we are.
He wants to eat. Lucky Marco. We don't get to eat.
This is all very
I
exciting.
hope it's coming down the road.
Delicious. Look at that. Is this one portion in your restaurant? Wow. Should we blow that fire out? What do you think? Sorry about that. Tell me about your meat, chef. There's 2 of us. 1, 2. Just double up on everything. I'm just telling him to double up on everything because it's Andrew and myself. There we are. That looks sensational. Always be generous. In life, you have to be generous. This is generous. Master Andrew, there you are.
Chicken है क्या boss? Chicken जैसा बास आ रहा है. Baas. Sorry, baas is a bad one. Peace. Aroma in English.
This is all
Baas.
No, not jackfruit.
Kannadiga from Bangalore. Close by. You guys understood, right? That's all. Language is for communication. While they're eating.
We can't do that. Andrew's just told me we should be eating this dish with our fingers.
Yes.
We can't do that. We haven't got a finger bowl.
We'll get you one if you want.
Yeah,
We're at your service,
it always
Marco.
wants to make me look silly. That's what I love.
We are at your service. Just have a sip.
There we are, just to please you all.
Finger bowl, please.
It tastes better using your fingers. It's very Kentucky Fried Chicken, finger licking good. It's I feel the more I say,
Sorry?
I feel the more I say, the more I will disappoint. So what I'm going to say,
Yes.
you're a very, very, very good cook.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was Chef Marco Pierre from WOAP Bangalore with their signature dish. Getting Marco to eat with his hand. I think that's an award in itself.
So there's jackfruit inside, right?
Feast, that's a feast on the plate, seriously. Yes, delicious, chef. Thank you. Very good. Really good.
Come on, guys. Round of
Thank you so
applause.
much.
These guys are performing for you.
Jackfruit biryani. Looks absolutely amazing.
The next word on the plate, we start the festival with the
Sir.
awards.
Chef.
With these
You
awards.
left your wallet.
With these awards, because then you'll know what you're going to eat. It doesn't have to look so great in the pop-up. The way these guys serve, the taste is amazing. So we're going to turn it around. We start the event with the awards. maybe on a Friday night, isn't it? So people get to know.
Alright, we're ready with the next presentation. This comes from Yatai with Chef Amarjeet Kumar presenting their signature dish. Chef Amarjeet will be able to tell you a little bit more about it. Of course, Yatai brings you appetizing Japanese food. Ta-da!
Wow. So this is sake kobujime in 3 ways, salmon in 3 ways. So as per my experience, like it's been 11 years. So I'm showcasing the international cuisine, Japanese cuisine, which is not mine. So probably I see the customers who are very, like Japanese, who are missing their Japanese food in the restaurant. So I have given the authenticity of the Japanese, one of the salmon kobujime dish, which is this one, which has been braised with the pombo leaf. This is your salmon, which has been infused with some yuzu zest. And on the outer layer you can find chicken crisp and nori, which is very much appreciated in our restaurant. Like it's been 5 hotels I have worked with, 5 Japanese restaurants. And this is your smoked salmon. With and even it has been been pickled with some kombu. And on the top you can find some okra and sibazuke and pickled plum toilet. And this is your ikura. And some salad also. And the other side, the sauce is gomadare, that's a sesame sauce.
Well, it looks spectacular. Can I ask you a simple question, Chef? Should it be this way up, or should it be this way up? Ah, that way. I see. Rather beautiful. Right. Is this dish designed to eat with your fingers as well? Or with a knife and fork? Which one? Knife and fork or fingers?
Chopsticks.
Oh.
If you are showcasing in an Indian restaurant, it's supposed to be had with a chopstick.
Where's the chopsticks? We've got no chopsticks. Don't worry about it. It won't change the flavour. I'm so happy you've got no chopsticks because I can't use chopsticks. How lucky am I? Okay, Andrew, which one do you want to eat first? No, after you. No, I think you should go first. Don't take all that green. I think you should share. What do you think of chefs' eating habits? He's sort of destroying your dish, isn't he? Right, here he goes. Well, one thing I don't like is these salmon eggs. It's one of my very pet hates. But I'm not going to eat them. Just because I don't like them, you know. Yes. I don't have many pet hates in life, but I don't like these things. Now let's taste. I'll taste it with one of these. The eggs work well with it, actually, very well. I wouldn't normally eat them, but since you put them on the plate, I'm going to eat them. Obviously, Andrew's enjoying this, because he's gone back for seconds and left me 0. Oh, there.
Beneath it is like supidani, that's a kumu pickle. You can have with a spoon.
Here goes that over
These
here.
are Taikwan Kasi pickle, which is being infused inside the salmon.
You put this sauce with this.
Yes.
There we are. What's this, Chef?
That's a cucumber.
An Indian or a Japanese cucumber?
It's Indian. Because as I was like showcasing in a conversation, so probably when you are like infusing with the yuzu sauce, the texture changes very fast.
That's quite amazing. It's delicious. That's like the most delicious pickled cucumber in the world, Chef. I told you I didn't like the salmon kita, didn't I? But I love pickled cucumbers. And that could be possibly the best pickled cucumber I've ever eat in my way. Amazing. Can we share it? Right. There, you take the large piece. You like the cucumber? Andrew likes the cucumber. Right. Is this a main course or a starter?
It can act as an appetizer, as a drinking dish as well. Or in between the course, like if you are giving appetizer pattern, in the middle of the course as well.
Wow, you must serve very big portions.
Thank you so much, Chef Amarjeet Kumar from Yatai with his signature dish.
We haven't finished.
Oh,
We're on the third piece of salmon, madam.
You can add some sesame sauce.
I thought about that. Right. Here goes.
You can braise with sake, mirin, soy, sugar.
It's very good. Delicious. Really good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chef.
a big round of applause for Chef Amarjeet Kumar and his team from Yatai. A finger bowl as requested.
So how's it been all this while?
That is, without question, the most delicious finger bowl I've ever tasted. I've travelled 6,000 miles to drink the best finger bowl. Have you tried that? It's sensational. The ratio of lime to water, amazing. The temperature is perfect. Best dish so far.
So how's it been all this, the last 3 dishes? 4, sorry.
I'm sitting here thinking, it's very difficult to say which is my favourite dish so far. And I'm still waiting for my subconscious to release the answer. But all will be revealed in about an hour. They're delicious. But that finger bowl was something else, trust me. You don't know what you're missing, you should ask for one.
Ritz Carlton, world on a plate.
Time now for the next presentation. Chef Vikas Seth and team from Sanchez with their signature dish, homemade Mexican chorizo fritada.
Good evening, Chef.
Good evening. It's quite a
Just a little bit of cilantro on this side, which will go well with this. And what I brought for you is Oaxacan titlas. This is similar, I would say, to Indian samosa, but this is a Mexican samosa, which is done with the maza. And we have made in-house the maza as well. And this is from one of my travels at Oaxaca. And we have been also making our own chorizo. So it's been done with the in-house made chorizo. So that's the chorizo which has gone in. And we have also added a bit of our homemade cheese. This is the Oaxacan style queso fresco, which is a very fresh cheese, which has gone into making this. So this is a dish what we have done for the festival, and we want to present this. Along with that, there is a salsa serrano, which is basically done with the chilies and green tomato. So please enjoy. Fingers will be good, Chef.
I thought you took your inspiration from Egypt.
No, this is from Oaxaca, and there's a little bit of sour cream on the plate as well. So everything very, very simple. There's nothing, anything out of the place we have added. We have kept it to the cuisine, and we have added everything is made in from Bangalore ingredients. So basically everything is local, but the concept as a restaurant is Mexican. We have kept everything as a Mexican technique,
and brought everything together. There's a refried beans, which is done with a bacon, and then we have homemade chorizo inside, a little bit of cheese, and finished on the grill and brought it even.
I love the shape. It's the shape of the pyramid. It's a sensation you can't see, but I can. Very hungry. Tell me about your salsa, sir.
So salsa is done with the green chilies, with green tomato, onions, and garlic, and has been like pan roasted and then muddled in the mocha haite. We have a small mocha haite where we make this, and that's how we have done this salsa.
That's quite hot.
Yes, it's a serrano. It's a real chili. It's a nice blend with the titlas, the Mexican samosa.
I have to say, the chili salsa is deliciously hot. It really is. Wow. Now, that could be the hottest thing I've ever seen in India. It's very good. Try that, Andrew. How do you find the chili salsa?
Hot.
That's an understatement. It's red hot.
Very hot.
It's very deceiving because it's green. The truth is, it's red hot. Right. Very clever, Chef. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We might
Chef,
have
we got it.
a big round of applause for our friend.
Sanchez.
As I said, when you find yourself going back for more, that's because you love it.
Thank you, Chef.
Very good, Chef. Thanks.
Now, Chef Vikas Singh from
Guys, round of applause. Come on.
Big round of applause.
We have the superstars of culinary art right in front of you. And you've got none other than the godfather of modern cooking, who's tasting these incredible chefs. Give them some energy, guys. Sunday. None of y'all had makeup screen. Heineken. Nobody's going to pay me. Please. You want some wines inside?
Yes.
10 glasses of wines, please, inside, guys. Come on.
Time now for our next presentation. Marco, did you have something to say?
No. My mouth's still burning from the last dish.
All right. It's time now for Chef Anoop Verma from Aioli Barbecue and Grill to present their signature dish, the open egg sandwich.
Chef, tell us about your dish.
What a pleasure to begin with. I know you're a long way from home. To make you feel at home, we are offering you something very distinct from the restaurant that are presenting the dish to you today. This is an open sandwich with anda bhuji. But with a twist, we have added a lot of microgreens to it. The way onions and tomatoes are sorted out is with the coriander, the whole coriander, as well as the dried red chili.
That was quite religious. It's the coriander, the whole coriander, and nothing but the coriander. Enjoy your sandwich.
The flavors take immense care of using the spices. Sorry, it's gone cold.
My mouth is still red hot from the last dish, so temperature will be the least of my problems. Our daily bread. I like that a lot.
I have a little twist in that, which I wanted to tell you after you take a bite. That although it's an open sandwich, the tradition goes that you use butter, but we haven't used any butter in it. In fact, we have used a Greek yogurt to base the bread, And then on top of that is the anda bhuji, which is the English style scrambled egg, and the microgreens.
I was going to say it's like an egg and cress sandwich. I like that a lot.
Means a lot. Thank you.
But what I do like, I like the quantity of bread to filling. It's perfect. Because sometimes when you get a sandwich, there's too much bread to filling. That's perfect. And the textures work wonderfully with the bread. Thank you.
It means a lot, Chef. Thank you.
Just remember,
Chef Anupama, Aioli Barbecue and Grill.
it's coriander, the whole coriander, but nothing but coriander. So next time you sell that dish in your restaurant, just give them that little speech. You'll sell hundreds of them.
And next time when I'm meeting you, I'll just say you're coriander boy.
God bless. I love coriander. Have a nice day, Chef. I'll see you later.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Chef Anupama from Aioli Barbecue and Grill. Coming up next, we've got Chef Soban Singh from the Reservoir with their signature dish, the Nariyal Dum Murg.
Ooh, coconut. Ooh.
That's a very large coconut. You wouldn't want a bunch of them now, would you? That looks delicious. Do you want to serve it to us? It looks magnificent, actually.
Chef, it's marinated chicken, which is cooked inside tender coconut, and then we put it, covering it with in clay oven.
Looks amazing. You're not expecting me to eat that coconut?
Oh, it's normal spicy.
No, I'm talking about the coconut. Wow, that's a big nut. All I can say is that's a tough nut to crack. What do you think?
Just a minute.
Don't worry about it. Take your time. It'd take 2 waiters to carry it to the table. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I think it's really beautiful. So, can you roll that up? Aha. Hello, Chef. You can use your fingers, don't worry about that. There we are. Might mess around. So tell me more about this chicken.
Chef, this is marinated overnight with Indian spices and some greens like spinach, coriander, and then we put the marinated pieces inside this. Surprise. And then we cover it with the dough and cook in the clay oven for around 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
I like that a lot. Continue.
So it's cooked with some coconut water inside, which is already there.
Do we dip it in here?
This is green chutney.
And what do we do with this?
Radish.
But what do we do with it?
We just eat it like a salad.
I see. So that's the salad.
Yeah, that's a salad. To pair it with.
Sorry, should I be eating this with my fingers as well?
I'm sorry.
Do I eat this one with my fingers or not?
Marination. Once we do the marination,
You know what I'm saying? Am I meant to eat it with my fingers?
please,
Is that how I'm meant to eat it?
please.
I'll need another delicious meatloaf. Like, come on, drink. It's fingers, mate.
That's the perfect way.
Very good. Do you know what I like about eating with your fingers?
Yes.
It's amazing to eat with your fingers.
It is, chef.
Can you imagine all the washing up you save? It's amazing. Can you imagine? You wouldn't need a kitchen support in every restaurant, you save a fortune. It'd be amazing. That's amazing.
That's the traditional green chutney which we serve with barbecue.
Is this one of your specialities?
He's the person who made this dish.
You're very clever. And tell me, with this lime, am I meant to put this lime on there as well?
Of course.
Ah, why didn't you tell me, Chef?
Should I serve you more?
I've just discovered it.
Please serve.
No, I've got a piece here. We've got a piece here. It's fine. Fine. Come on, Andrew. We've got to do more with our fingers. Thank you, Chef. There we are. Look at that. Let's go for the big, delicious piece. And I love chicken thighs as well, actually. Right, here goes. Right, here goes, Andrew.
Chef, you will enjoy more with hands.
I'm going to do it with hands.
Yes, definitely.
My famous line on MasterChef was fingers off of burning, but next time I'll just say fingers off of burning and eating.
Wow.
That's me. That's really good.
It took him 5 months to come into the perfect temperature and perfectly cooked. It's his passion completely to cook. It was his decision and his passion to cook something inside coconut.
No, it's amazing. And the rice is beautiful as well. The saffron rice is amazing.
It goes well with saffron rice, Chef.
Beautiful. Right.
I'm happy you enjoyed it. I hope you love it. You liked it.
How many times do I go back for more?
Sure.
I told you. When you find yourself going back for more, that's because you love it. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
A big round of applause for Chef Fodyssey from the reservoir and her signature dish, Naria Dum Mold.
Can you clear the plates, please? Could you guys clear the plates?
Can we have a big round of applause for Merlin? He's looked after me for the last 5 days. He's never left my side. An amazing, amazing, beautiful boy.
One of the best butlers ever.
All right, we're ready with the next presentation. Next presentation comes from Chef Bruno from the Lantern.
Woo!
With their signature.
Guys, round of applause.
Give them a big round of applause as they make their presentation. Chef Bruno and Chef Kevin.
Chef Kevin, sorry.
This is Bruno. Again, another amazing chef. He did his training in one of the most famous restaurants in the world, a young man called the Moulin de Mouchon, by a great chef who's sadly no longer with us, a man called Roger Vergier. And if you check him out online, you'll see the amazing things that he did, and Philippe worked with him. Man, fantastic. Pleasure, chef. So tell us about your dish, chef.
Yes.
No more fingers. Yeah. Go on, dig in, Andrew. Go straight to the big dish. I like bean curd a lot, actually. I eat a lot of it in Singapore. You obviously like bean curd by the size of the portion taken, Andrew. I see you serving the flour. Is it an edible flour?
Yeah, it.
But it's a bit late for that because he's eaten it. It's very good. Who likes bean curd in the audience? Not very many people.
Yeah. Healthy food.
Amazing. Do you like bean curd? Right. Is that a giant flight of truffle? Not truffles. Where are your truffles from? Where did you get your truffles?
From France.
It's a big thick slice of truffle, that one. Do you have truffles in India? No. No type of truffle, like in England we only have the summer truffles.
Not, but I'm in Australia.
Very good in Australia, actually.
Coming in this season, next couple of weeks. Europe, trouble in Europe.
A very nice presentation. Did you not like the carnation? Oh, you gave it back. I thought you'd eaten it. You didn't like it, did you? That flower. How long did you have it in your mouth? You did eat it. It's very nice. What do you call this flower, Chef? What's this flower called?
Baby carnation.
I thought it was a carnation. Can you eat them?
Yes. Yeah.
You've never eaten a carnation before? It's my first time. I wouldn't recommend them. But thank you. They look better than they taste. That's why they're not carnations. But you didn't cook the carnations. That find delicious. Thank you, Chef. Thank you very much.
A big round of applause for Chef Kevin and Chef Bruno from the Lantern with their signature dish.
Yes, I wanted to say a quick thank you for Mr. Marco Pierre White for being with us for the last 3 days at the Ritz Carlton. And a big round of applause, please, for Mr. Marco Pierre White. Come on, that's nothing. Be more generous, come on, please.
He's a beautiful boy, but he can't count. It's 4 days. So he's obviously been enjoying his time with you more than he thought. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Bruno, give me a hug.
Thank you so much, Chef Kevin and Chef Bruno from the Lantern. Just about 4 more presentations to go, and coming up right now, Chef Abhijit from Layla. Let's give them a big round of applause as they present their signature dish, the braised lamb shank.
Oh. That's enormous. Do you eat this one with your hand rather than your fingers? It's sort of a bit Flintstone style, isn't it? I like that a lot. Tell me about your sauce, that looks delicious. Be generous, we need a bit more. There we are, look at that. I just want to you pull it over the bone. It makes the bone shiny then, you see. Hey, I think it looks better already. I'm going to keep that. Actually, I'm going to have a taste of it. Tell us about your dish, Chef.
It's a braised lamb shank. It's marinated with Brussels almond spice. And you have pumpkin on the base and apricot and prunes with it. So it's sweet and a little spicy.
Apricot. I love apricot. Where are they? Are they in there? Oh, come on, do you want to carve it? That looks very good. Is this one of the specialities of your restaurant?
Yes, sir. It's a signature dish.
It's a very nice dish. It's delicately light. Once again, the jus, the sauce, it's very light, beautifully spiced, really nice. Now look at that. So you can see Andrew's English. He likes gravy. There we go. Right, I love shank of lamb. You don't see it much in England anymore. You see it in pubs, don't you? Right. What I love about the jus, and you won't be able to see it, but I can see it. One, the jus, the juices, are beautifully spiced, but I love the fact that they've left a little bit of the gras, the fat, with it. It's not to everyone's liking, but in France, you go to some of those smart restaurants, and they'll serve a jus. It's called a jus gras. It's where they put a bit of the fat back into the sauce, not to emulsify it, just to split it. And it gives it this delicious texture in the mouth. It's really good. We found the apricot. huge lots of apricots in the cuisine. That's very delicious. Thank you. All I'm doing is eating it. You don't have to thank me. So I'm just enjoying it. I told you I've got the best job in the world. Who wishes they were sitting here with me? Who wants to swap places with Andrew?
Yeah.
Next time. It's not a bad position to be here, is it? Hey?
Big round of applause for Chef Abhijit from Layla, their signature dish, the braised lamb shank. Coming up next, we have Chef David Chang from Caperberry. A big round of applause as they present their signature dish, the 3-grain risotto with the mushroom and arugula.
Tell us all about your dish.
Good chef, my name is David Chang. And this is a 3-grain risotto with a mushroom and arugula and with Thai curry spice. Thank you.
And are they morning mushrooms? Now there's a luxury. One of my favourite mushrooms is mori, but amazing. Now, do we take some of this and sprinkle it on? Is that just for show? We take some.
There's a romance about it.
There we are. It looks amazing. Come on, dig in, Andrew. Smells delicious. I like this a lot. You have a good understanding of seasoning and flavour. It's really good. It's really beautiful, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really good. I like it a lot. There we are. Looks better already. Hasn't been messed up. The romesco is very good. Really good. Sort of lipstick. You may be able to tell that I'm starting to get a little full because I've eaten so much food. And have this been the first dish out, I may have eaten more.
Thanks.
I'm not giving you any clues, I'm just saying it's delicious.
Thank you.
A big round of applause for Chef David Chang from Caperberry with their signature dish, 3-grain risotto with mushroom and arugula. Just about 2 more presentations. Remember, we have 12 in total. The next presentation. Chef Marco, do you have anything to say so far? Just 2 more to go.
How many have I eaten so far?
10.
You've eaten 10. 2 more to go.
Well, I've got to say, I've had a delicious dinner. It's been really good. That last one was sensational. That was really good food. But it's tough, you know, it's when you're given, like I've just had 10 specialities, and they're all deliciously good and all very different. That's what I find fascinating. But it's going to be tough to choose a winner, I can promise you that.